Hello everyone, welcome to our broadcast today. How are you all doing? Hopefully my audio is going through now, I see. Hopefully you're doing amazing today and have had a nice start to the weekend already. DC, it is nice to have you here. How are you doing today? And hopefully you like my nice background, a very strange background, right? Very peculiar. You know, it's kind of cold. And by kind of cold, I mean extremely cold. It's extremely cold. Extremely. So, I'm doing the best to stay warm as much as I possibly can in this extremely cold weather. But it's very, very hard too. It's very, very hard because the weather is just too cold. It really is. Far too cold. In addition, in this weather, hair gets so staticky and I can't stand it. My hair is like, I washed it today. It was so staticky. It was so flat. It's just horrible. It just feels horrible. It just kind of looks horrible. Ugh, you know? Ugh. Because of how cold it is, it just sucks out all the moisture from everything, all of the cold weather. In addition, the cold weather will dry out your skin, so it's like, yeah. That's why I have a humidifier. A humidifier actually really, really helps with some of these things. You can really feel the difference with your skin. That was like the main thing that I noticed. I haven't really noticed any difference with my hair. But I did notice Give me just a moment. Oh, I don't know. Having, like, my heart was beating irregularly there for a moment, so hopefully it's okay now. It's just kind of like you feel it and it does something. Okay. Okay, I think... Let me grab some water as well. Okay. Hopefully we are good. Okay. I think so. It has stopped. Yeah, that's always like a weird feeling when that happens. Like you feel like this, I don't know what it is. You just feel something in your chest and it's like if you feel your pulse during that time, I don't think it really feels any different. It's just something happens in your chest and it just something's just kind of weird about it, you know? But yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, I was talking about a humidifier. So a humidifier is actually extremely beneficial for the winter months because it helps moisturize the air and everything. Does anyone else have a humidifier that they use in the winter? Yeah, I wouldn't use it in the summertime, obviously, because it's already humid enough as it is. But in the wintertime, it really does help clear up the coldness and the dryness. It helps, you know, bring some more air quality, better air quality. And I noticed, so since I've been using it, I noticed that I'm able to breathe better. So I have better breathing ability. Like I'm able to breathe, like it doesn't feel as dry. It's not as like, ugh, you know, I can actually breathe better. And my skin is not as dry. I mean, it still gets dry in wintertime, obviously, but it's not as bad. So yeah, it's actually quite a bit better than it would be in you know, without it. Now the thing that I did notice is like if you're using like tap water for it, you don't want to use tap water because what I had noticed, which was pretty bad, it was pretty nasty. After, you know, a few weeks of noticing it, using it, there would be all this what's called like white dust all over the place in my room, like on the shelves, and like what the heck is this? And this was like stuff that was a little bit sticky, like it was hard to actually get off. So yeah, so I don't recommend using tap water in a humidifier. So I have a distiller, so I distill water and then I put that in the humidifier and that works. like to say hello to Vicky. How are you doing today? And John, how are you doing? Spreading love. Yes, that's to go ahead and spread love. I gotta bring the mice over here because the mice love to eat all of those hearts that you're posting there. Did someone say hearts? Or did they say lizard? Why is my body like disappearing like this? It's kind of weird. And no, boy, it is kind of look at this hair. Winter hair. Anyway, boys and lizards, I will only eat those hearts if you spam those hearts the reaction and you give this feet video a feet up, as they say. It is right. It is just right. Boy, we just have to wait for them to put the hearts in there. Boys and lizards, please. They will wait patiently until they see them. They will wait patiently. Anyway, as we wait, boys, I will talk. How has everyone's weekend been so far? Hopefully wonderful. My hair is just like a mess. It's just so staticky. It's just like a static fest. Look at this. Ugh. Horrible in this winter. It really is. It really is in this winter. I cannot wait for springtime to hit here because it has been so incredibly cold. You just wouldn't even believe. Yes, look, it is cold out here right now. Sorry, boys. They don't want you to eat the hearts today, I see. Well, you know what I say to all those boys and lizards who don't appreciate our heart eating? We're going to come to your home, and we already know where you live and everything. And we're going to break in, and we're going to eat your feet. That's right. Good luck walking. Bye, guys. Boys, that's not nice. Those mice are very, very evil. Those mice are very, very evil. So look, I have to put them at bay. I have to put them at bay to actually stop them. Boy, we see some reactions, but we don't see any hearts. It's okay. I will find your home and I will eat your feet. That's right. Oh man, I tell you. Boy, it's okay. You know what? Here, I will put the hearts here for you to eat, okay? Ew, okay. Yum 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 yum. Okay. No feet eating tonight. Bye, guys. They're gonna go off into the woods, have some fun. Okay, let's say I'm in Ohio. My weekend is okay, not doing much, just resting. I hate winter, and spring will be here, so I'm sure. Yeah, so I cannot wait for spring. What temperature is it there for you, Vicky? Here it's going down to like 5 degrees. 5 degrees. And for all of my Celsius people, that's probably like negative 16. I'm getting used to Celsius. I'm getting a little bit used to Celsius. Yeah, so it's negative 15. I'm getting better because I'm starting to use a little bit of Celsius now because I'm talking to you know, when you talk with people from other countries and then they don't know Fahrenheit, you have to convert it, and I'm getting a little bit more used to it. So 53. Wow. Where are you, John? That is 53. Wow. 53 degrees. I would love that. It won't be 53 degrees here until like, I don't know, March? March? Florida. Okay, that's kind of what I thought, because I saw FL, but I thought that you meant Florida, but you changed it to F, so yeah. Gosh dang, I would love 53 compared to 5. Let's see, it's about 9 degrees, very cold. Yeah, it is. It's awful. Now, Vicky, did you get any snow? Or John, did you get any snow from this massive storm? There is so much snow here that it's really hard to maneuver around. It really is. It's so much snow all over the place. It is so much. Literally, I measured it. It was over a foot of snow. It was so much snow. So I literally have become buff from all of the shoveling that I had to do with the snow. So yeah, that was my workout. I am now official bodybuilder. Can you imagine if I was a bodybuilder? Can you imagine? Oh, I don't know. I don't. We talked about this one other time. I don't know. I don't think it's good for women to be a bodybuilder. I think a man should be stronger than a woman, personally. That is what I think. I mean, by default, men are usually stronger than women, but you know, I guess a guy who is, I would not like a guy who is weaker than me, personally. It's like, if I can lift more than you, then something's wrong. It really is. Okay. Let's see, rain. There's a lot of rain there. Okay, well. And your temperature is warm enough that it's not going to turn into ice. Like it is, because of how cold it is here, you have so much snow and so much ice that you can slip very, very easily. Had to like move out all this stuff. There's still more than half of my driveway still has a bunch of snow on it. It's just enough in the driveway so that you can move the cars in and out. But even still, there's like a sheet of ice and snow underneath the cars. I've made a walkway that you can get from, the house to your car, but that's pretty much about it. It's absolutely crazy. Shadu, great to have you here. How are you doing today? Global warming did not account for fresh ice. Yeah, just so much ice. So much ice. Now, where are you, Shadu? Are you you're not in the United States, right? So, yeah, I don't know if it snows, how much it snows where you are, if it does, but yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It really is. See, I like snow. I do, but this is just too much. Too much. Pakistan. Okay. So, probably where you live, I don't know, does it really get super cold and snow? I don't really know what the climate is like in Pakistan. As you can see, it's really, really cold here. And we have this nice planet behind us. Yeah, this very interesting planet. Let's see, it snowed more than in that place than it used to. Okay. Gotcha. Understood. Yeah, there's just so much snow. And it's not going to melt anytime soon, because even next week it's still going to be, it's going to be warmer, but it's really not going to be warm enough to really melt a lot of the snow. So we could be stuck with this snow for several weeks. It's already been a week since the storm. Okay, the storm happened like over the past weekend. And it only lasted for about, I guess it was about 24 hours. Yeah, it was about 24 hours, but it was just so much that came down. And I shoveled it the first day twice, and then I had to go back out multiple days after that just to try to get as much as I could, and it's just it's horrible. It's just horrible. So yes, that is why I am now very muscular from all of the snow, and why my hair is all super staticky and flat. Honestly, that is like one of the best things. When it comes to springtime, my hair starts looking amazing. It starts looking nice. It starts looking nice and full. I cannot stand this cold, staticky, flat hair. I really can't. Like it looks okay, but it doesn't look as good as it will in summertime. Summertime, amazing. Amazing. Let's see. I'm disabled and I stay in most of the time in winter. I get stuck on black a couple times. My brother came to my rescue. Just crazy. Glad I'm safe now. Oh, I'm very glad that you are, because yeah, if you're disabled, it certainly makes it much harder to maneuver and get around in this horrible weather, right? So, and say lovely hair. Well, thank you. I very much appreciate that. Thank you. Now, what time is it in there in Pakistan? Isn't it like middle of the night or early morning? Let's see. I'm gonna say it's very early morning, like 6 or 7 a.m. Let's see. 7 a.m. Okay. Ah. Black ice. Yes, I think I understood what you meant there. Black ice. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're up early to join our stream, Shadu. Okay. No more heart issue, which is good. It's just weird when that happened. It could have been from my food. So I had extremely spicy what did Thai green curry for my dinner. Like, you could customize the spice level, and I chose the hottest one, which is like Carolina Reaper, it says, and oh man. Yeah, it was very, very spicy, but I mean, it wasn't too bad. But maybe sometimes that can cause heart palpitation, possibly, but 9:23, John. Yeah, we're in the same time zone. We're in the same time zone. Vicky, you have lovely hair. I hate dry hair. Yeah, the hair is so dry. I don't know what to do because I do conditioner and it doesn't help. It doesn't do anything. It's supposed to moisturize it, and it's like I'm hesitant to actually put any sort of like oil on my hair because then it just makes it oily, because my hair is very thin. And when your hair is very thin, you don't want to put any sort of like oil on it because then it gets greasy like immediately. It's like it doesn't absorb. So yeah, I'm just kind of stuck with this staticky dry hair until April. So that kind of sucks. But I do have to say, I mean, I was really hoping that my air humidifier was going to help with some of the dry hair. Like, it has my dry skin. Like, it has really helped my dry skin, but it has not improved my dry hair, unfortunately. It really hasn't. It's helped with the dry skin. So yes, I highly recommend, if you get extremely dry skin in wintertime, even when you're home, get a humidifier. It really works. But don't use tap water. You got to use distilled water, otherwise you're going to have white dust all over the place. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about like what I titled this video, which was about, what did I title it? Let's see. Something feels wrong. What does that mean? I'm kind of curious because I wonder if anyone else has noticed this. Over this past week, so I have to say this. This is the final day of January. Or if you're, further ahead time zone, your January is already done. This January for me has already been very, very crazy. But over this past week, I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something seems weird. Something seems off. Something doesn't seem right. So, I'm curious to know, does anyone else feel that way? Like, something just doesn't feel right. I can't explain the feeling, but that's the feeling. DC, great to have you here. You just finished your homework on Spanish. Well, congratulations. Give you a applaud. Now, I did see your comment earlier. You said the weather is cold today. How do you say that in Spanish? Do you know how to say the weather was cold today? In Spanish? Or you can say, how about the temperature? It was very cold today. That is your homework. How do you say that? I know how to say it in Japanese. I can say it in Japanese. You would say, Kyo wa totemo sumoi deshita. It was very cold today. See, let me tell you this. Like, I guess because I know a fair amount of like Japanese now. It's like sometimes when some people are talking, it's like sometimes I will like form a response in my head that's in Japanese, and it's like, oh wait a second, this person doesn't know Japanese. I can't say it in Japanese. Or there'd be certain words. Like obviously, I can't really make full sentences about every single topic. I can about certain things, but there's like some sentences or some words rather some people will say, and then automatically my mind is converting that word. It's like, oh, that's what that word is. That's what that word is. You know? So it's just really, really interesting how someone will say a word and then my mind is immediately, oh, this is what it is in Japanese. This, you know, it's like obviously it's very natural for me to convert it. Okay, let's see. Vicky says, I always have a feeling that's not right. Oh, really? Well, that's not a good feeling because let me tell you this. I mean, the feeling that I've had over the past week is something just not being right. It is, oh gosh, it is not a good feeling. It's not a pleasant feeling at all. It really isn't. So that's a shame that you feel that way. Let's see, maybe gut-brain reaction, something feeling wrong. Tell me not happy with food. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It could be any number of things, right? That you feel something's not quite right. Crimson, great to have you here. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing really, really well. How has your weekend been? You were thinking about me the other day? Oh, wow, thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. Well, look, good. I'm glad you were thinking about me, and now you've come to the broadcast. Were you thinking about us too, boys and ladies? If you were not thinking about us, then we will come to your house and sniff your feet and then eat them. That's right. You heard them. You heard them. Anyway. So, yeah, we were just talking about, I just put the question out there of this, well, 2025 was the craziest year of my entire life. Okay? Absolutely crazy. In many, many ways. 2026 began normal for like the first few days, for like the first week, and then bam, a whole bunch of crazy stuff started happening, bunch of weird stuff. Not as crazy as last year, but still a lot of discoveries, a lot of interesting things that I am learning. So, yes. But over this past week for me, wow. I've had this very strange, weird feeling. And I can't really pinpoint it. It just feels like something just like, I would just like wake up from like a nap or like in the morning and I'm like, what is going on here? Like intense anxiety, what is going on? Something is weird. You know, just all that sort of stuff. All that sort of stuff. Let's see. Good and evil. Could be good and evil, you know? Good and evil forces certainly impact a lot of us. We are pure. We are 100% good. That's why we come to your home if you don't respect us and we eat your feet. That's right. Boys, go play in the forest. Okay. Oh, you can see his ear right there. It's gone. You can see his ear right there and it's like, boom, gone. Anyway. I say I moved into my condo because both my parents are gone, but it didn't feel like I made the right choice, but it's mostly positive. Yeah, it's almost like you kind of think about all these other choices that you could have made in your life. And it's like, well, did I make the right choice? Okay, so look, something that was kind of weird. It didn't really fully do it, but sometimes I would just suddenly, and this has happened since I was very young, I would just suddenly lose hearing in one ear all of a sudden, and I'll feel kind of weird, and then it'll come back to normal. It's like, it felt like it was about to do that in my left ear, but then it stopped. That was kind of weird. I don't know. Does anyone else have that sort of thing happen? It's just all of a sudden you just lose hearing and you get kind of like a ringing sound, and then it's just immediate. It's just immediately you just lose the hearing. You have a ringing, and then it's slow. Your hearing slowly comes back. It's so weird. It's so weird. But I've had that happen since, oh gosh, I was in my teenage years. Like early teenage years, 13, maybe even 12. I remember it happening. So you're doing okay, Crimson. Awesome. I am glad. I'm very, very glad. Crimson, can we come to your house and eat your feet? No, boy. Stay over there, please. Nico Bun, great to have you here. How are you doing today? Guess my zodiac sign. Why don't you guess my zodiac sign? What zodiac sign do you think that I am? Does anyone know? Anyone take guesses? What zodiac sign am I? You may already know. If you already know, don't spoil it. But just guess if you would like to guess. Okay? Guess. And then after that we can do Chinese zodiac sign. Because that's also, you know, it's Chinese New Year at this time, the Lunar New Year. So, what I always like to do, I don't know if anyone else does this, but usually almost every year there's a Chinese festival, like Chinese New Year celebration around where I live, and I always go there every year. So yeah, that's always very, very nice. I enjoy that. It's like some sort of performance, or I think one year, like we drew some of the Chinese characters and everything. There's performances and like food and such and everything. So that's always fun. It really is. Okay, I'm looking in the chat and I see no correct answers. I see none. No correct answers. Sorry to say. Sorry to say. Okay. Let's see, I'm going back a little bit here. Let's say, pick a controversial subject for the rating. Is there an afterlife on the unnamed planet picture behind you? There is life on here. It's us. We live there. That is planet feet. You heard him. It's planet feet. Planet feet. There's your aid. Anyway. Anyway. Good old planet feet. It's just filled with a bunch of mice. And that's all that it is. Okay. Yeah, no, I guess no one knows what my zodiac sign is. Tell me, please. I will in just a moment. There's a few more comments here first. Let's see. I live next to my cousin. At least that's good. We talk a lot. Oh, that is amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, family's very, very important. It really is. Let's see. When someone thinks of you, oh, is that when you get that thing in your ear? Well, I should be permanently deaf then, because I mean, everyone would be thinking about me. Like if you post stuff online, you know, people are going to be watching. People are going to be thinking about you all the time. You know, unless you mean like someone personal, which I mean, I guess that's why it doesn't happen anymore, right? No one thinks about me. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I don't know. Okay, so my zodiac sign, guys. Everyone is wrong. I haven't seen the correct answer. Here is a hint. That's your hint. This should be very obvious for people who know Zodiac. Look, by the way, look how crooked. Look how crooked. But yes, this is it. I'm trying to fix it. See, someone else has to put it. Look, no one's getting it. Okay, look. This is one, okay? The first sign of the Zodiac. The first sign of the Zodiac. That's what I meant. Which is, what's the first sign of the Zodiac? There we go. It's Aries, yes. Aries. You got it. Aries. It's Aries. Yes, I am the first sign of the Zodiac, Aries. Now, here's the thing. How many of you, raise of hands, different cultures are going to believe in different things, obviously, but, do you take Zodiac signs seriously? Do you believe that they define you? Do you think that you should only be like relationships and friendships work when there's matching Zodiac signs? I'm curious to know. I really am, because there's going to be different beliefs. People believe different things. In addition, people have different cultures that they believe different things. You know, like something that I've recently learned about, you know, it's like some Asian countries, they really go for blood type. Okay? Blood type is like their Zodiac sign. So what your blood type is will determine, I'm not compatible with this person. I'm not compatible with that person. Or there'll be like horoscopes, but for your blood type. So I believe these things are very popular in Korea. I'm not sure which one Korea, or maybe both Koreas, and Japan. I don't know about China or Thailand or any of the other Asian countries, but I know that it's in some sort of Korea and Japan. That's blood type is like their Zodiac sign and horoscope. So, do you believe in any of that? Do you believe in any of that? The Zodiac signs. You know, this moon, maybe this moon is significant in some sort of way. You know? I think it's interesting, personally. Do I think it will give you all the answers to everything? No. So, Zodiac signs are fun, but I do believe it's something deeper that makes people compatible. Yes, I think so too. Like, I mean, we can get into the topic of, like, if we think about, like, soulmates. Or, you know, twin flame. I talked about that as well. That, very interesting topics, right? So, John, you believe in horoscopes and astrology, maybe all that sort of stuff? Astrology, yes. Horoscopes and Zodiac signs, rather. Awesome. You know, I used to read that sort of stuff, but it's like, I don't know. Yes. Indeed. So yeah, I guess when it comes to like something much deeper that makes people compatible. So what does that mean for you? How does that really apply to your life? Like, when you think about people being compatible, like, what is it specifically? Because I have plenty of experiences where it's like, I can always tell. It's like, when I meet someone new and I'm talking with them, it's like, I can just kind of tell. Are we compatible? Are we, you know, any good at all? Or is it kind of, you know? As they used to read, figured out it was a placebo. Could be. Sometimes not always, because sometimes I have read my Zodiac thing like after the day's over, and it's like, wow, it actually defined my day. You know, so the soul. There you go. Yeah, that's something much deeper, right? The soul. What is the soul? Maybe this is some of the uncomfortable feeling that I have had the past week. Something feels off. Something feels wrong. Maybe it is my soul trying to tell me something. It's possible, right? My soul could be saying to me, something is not quite right here. Maybe it's that intuition that you have deep down. You know? My intuition, it's always steered me in this very interesting way. I keep seeing that ear pop in. My intuition has guided me in such an interesting way, to the point where I really questioned the direction I was headed in after what happened last year. It just made me like, okay. Very, very strange, very peculiar, very odd. So yeah, I guess when it comes to intuition, do you trust your intuition? Does your intuition tell you certain things about people? Either to avoid people, or that, let me tell you this. All the people that I would consider to be like a soulmate or some sort of deep connection that I had, like, one of my closest friends, it was like, oh, the moment that I saw this person, I was like, I'm going to be very good friends with this person. And sure enough, that is what ended up happening. It was very, very interesting. It's like deep down, I just knew. I could tell. So, But, I've certainly questioned it recently because of various things. It's like, I don't know about certain things. I don't know. Okay, John, you do trust it. Okay, amazing. Now, I'm curious, because you do trust it, do you do anything to enhance your intuition, or that you utilize it for? Let's see. Nico Bun, I don't trust mine at all. Really? You don't trust your intuition at all? Interesting. Our intuition is in our feet. It is right. We have very, very big plump feet, as you can see, and we have a lot of intuition stored in them. So we always know all the answers for everything. You can ask us any question in the world, and we will have the answer. That's right. Bye, guys. Oh my gosh. Those mice, I tell you. But honestly, they could be very, very right. Remember when Rooster used to do the tarot readings? He would put his foot on the card and bring it down, and it would be so accurate. Like, wow. So yes, intuition in my feet. Hey, it works for him. I have seen my intuition lose money on the stock market. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, that can certainly happen, because is that your intuition, or is that feeling of fear of missing out that us humans have? The fear of missing out comes from the ego. The ego would be like fear of missing out. So that is what it does. Will gold prices go up again, or now is it locked to only go down? No one really knows for certain, but I would put extreme caution, because of how it skyrocketed so much. Yeah, it could continue to go up. It absolutely could, but the risk of it going down is higher than the chance of it going up. So it really is a thing about probability. What is the statistical probability that it's going to continue to go up and up and up and up? Lower than it is going down, So all you got to do is just ask us. You should be investing in Ratcoin. It's a brand new cryptocurrency that is made by me. That is right. Ratcoin, you say, huh? Let's see. Making wrong moves and blowing account again and again. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Because if you keep repeating the same mistakes again and again and again in life, then something has to change. Something has to change in life if you keep repeating the same mistakes again and again and again. You have to be able to learn from the mistakes and why you made the mistake. And if the mistake was not necessarily your fault or something along those lines, then just accept that, hey, it just things didn't work in my favor. Because not everything will in life, Not everything will. Like you want that amazing job, you want that amazing new car, you are interested in a person and you confess to them and you have an idea in your mind, this is what you want, this is what it's going to be, but things don't always turn out that way, now do they? They really don't, So, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. Oh man, I tell ya. Yeah, we human beings, I think what it is that we are scared of not having the things that we want and being denied or rejected. Because then we put the blame on us, right? And, a very good example is, you apply for your dream job. It's like absolutely amazing. You do all the right things. You're qualified for it. It's all good, but you don't get it. And then you feel like a failure. You feel bad. Or maybe, you got that hot guy, that hot girl, whatever, that you're really attracted to, really interested in, and it's like, I'm going to tell them that I'm interested. And maybe it's a close friend, okay? Let's just say maybe it's a close friend as opposed to just some random person. That makes a bit more sense. And you confess to them because maybe they have shown some signs that they're interested in you as well, but they reject you. They deny you. And then you feel bad. You feel like, what could I have done differently? What did I do? It's just bad stuff like that just goes on within our mind. You're reading my mind? I am a mind reader. I am a psychic, after all. Honestly, since we were talking about soulmates a little bit ago, there must be some sort of psychic abilities that I absolutely have. It's like I've known them for a little bit, but I was reflecting back on all of these soulmates that I've had in my life. I have had paranormal, psychic type experiences with everyone, and each one gets more and more intense. I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's insane. Wow. So that to me is very special. That's how I know this is a special person. It's like I'm having, these premonitions. I'm experiencing things. I am having these strange things that are coming true. It's not just some sort of like psychotic episode where I'm like spouting off a bunch of nonsense. No, these are things that are like coming true and like real. So I'm like, wow. So has anyone else had this type of experiences? This can also fit in the category like things don't seem right? It's like, how do you explain that? And it makes me feel as though I'm going crazy. Because I think about this and I'm like, how have I had these experiences? How have I had those experiences? Ah, John, you've had those experiences. Really? Oh, that's very interesting. All the time. Oh, there you go. People have had these sort of experiences. Now, are these experiences related to other people, like these soulmate type things? Like any sort of paranormal experiences, like connections to people? Or are these just weird things that just happen throughout the day, like your daily life? To me, usually always these things happen with other people. I notice these connections with other people. And I always notice it when one person leaves, the next one comes in and it's even crazier. This has been happening for the past 13 years for me. Until, you know, most recent person left last year, and then someone new came in, and I was not expecting that. You know what I mean? So I tell you, just I'm at a loss for words. Absolutely, you feel crazy right now. Wow. Yeah. See, we feel crazy because we try to rationalize these experiences that we have, and we can't do it. We can't rationalize them. And because we can't rationalize them, we feel crazy, right? We feel crazy. We are connected to the world. We're connected to something, yeah. We're connected to something that is much greater than us, and we can't explain it. We just think about this. It's very interesting to think about. I can share a little bit about well, no, I don't want to share. I don't know what is the craziest experience, because I have had so many crazy experiences when it comes to paranormal type stuff. Like literally, it's like so many crazy things. I don't even know where to even begin. Because I can tell you something that happened last year. Crazy. It's like, whoa. You know, I can tell you something that happened almost a decade ago, and it's like, whoa. You know? But I tell you, it's so fascinating when these things happen, because it makes you feel as though you are going crazy. But how I deal with it, I guess, is I realize that I cannot rationalize it. I realize that I cannot explain it. I can talk to someone about it, and I would say, before I tell you this story, just know that I don't understand what's going on. You're not going to understand what's going on. You're not going to be able to explain it. But this, to me, proves that there's something much greater than us. I saw that celebratory sign. Boy, I'm going to get hearts here. Ew. They ate him. They ate him. There was no hearts, though, but close enough. Ooh, we see him there now in the chat. There you go. He's eating them. He's eating them. Oh, silly mice, I tell you. Silly mice. So, yeah, I guess when it comes to being crazy, you just have to say, I don't know what's going on. I can't explain things. I have no idea. But that's okay. It's okay to not know. And then I think it all gets a lot better. Because when you're so fixated on trying to find an answer, that's when you feel crazy. Because you're trying to rationalize why things are this way. You have this unsettling feeling. Like I've had this past week that just, something doesn't feel right. There's something not quite right here. I don't know what it is, but if I focus on it, it just makes the problem worse. So I have to accept, I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Doesn't make sense to me. I can't explain it. No one else will be able to give me that answer. So I just have to come to terms with it. So that's my thoughts about going crazy. Going crazy. Just don't go crazy. You don't want to go crazy. I've had some crazy moments. More than I would like to talk about over the past few months, so let's just move on to something more positive. Okay? Okay? Oh man. Hmm? Boys and losers? I just remembered something. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I don't have that there, but oh man. What is this? Okay. Okay. That's anyway. One reason I joined the live is because I find you attractive, by the way, respectively, very respectively. Well, thank you. I very much appreciate that. You know, okay, so I mean that is an interesting topic to talk about. Attractiveness. Don't you find it so interesting that attractiveness is so subjective? Let's think about that for a moment. Because let me tell you this. There are going to be people who are going to think that I am the ugliest thing to ever walk this planet. Absolute ugly, hideous beast, you know? And then there's going to be people who are the total opposite of that. And it's so fascinating, isn't it? People's opinions and perspectives and how people feel. In addition to like our own attractiveness to other people. You know, it's like, what type of person do you find interesting and attractive? And can you be attracted, physically attracted to someone who you are not initially attracted to physically, but once you begin to know them, you begin to get more attracted to them? I've certainly found that to be the case. Like, I can look at someone like as like a first impression of someone. And I would be like, okay. But once I get to know them, it's like, okay, you know, I see a bit more. You know. It's fascinating. Fascinating. But, you know, that's me. That's not everyone. Not everyone will be like that, obviously. But I think that all of us do have some sort of, I guess, type of person that we may be interested in, possibly. I don't know. But it is fascinating how it's just so subjective in nature. Some people may really like, you know, whether it be physical or mental or anything else. But certainly because we are physical creatures, I think a lot of it, the first impression is physical, obviously. We're going to look at someone and, you know, determine there. Right? Just interesting things to really think about that perhaps we never really thought about, right? Because what is in our mind that makes us feel that way? What is that? What is that feeling? And why do we have that? It's got me thinking now, you know? I'm very curious. Let's see, human aura. Could be. Could be. You look like art to me. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Speaking of art, so I may have talked about this here. I do like modeling for like schools and art classes and everything. So what I do, you know, I just sit in a pose for 20 minutes and then a 5-minute break for like 3 hours, 3 sessions. So that's 9 hours total. Same exact pose, everything. Art students draw me every detail, and wow. Some of the art is absolutely amazing, I must say. It really is. So technically, yes, I am art. I am art. Because people draw me. So that's always so interesting. It really is. Because even there, you can see all the people's different skills. Some people have really good skills. Other people, not so much. They're still learning. And they have all different styles. Let's see. You see it in everyone. You see the human aura. Wow. What if it's kind of like a non-human. Like, I certainly think that there's some people who are in this earth that are not really human. Like, they seem kind of weird. Something seems off about them. So yeah, if you want to draw me, all you gotta do is take a screen. Actually, don't take a screenshot, please. Please. Inappropriate. Anyway, yeah. I don't post any of that sort of stuff. I don't talk about any of that sort of stuff. That's private matters, okay? Private matters. I don't share too much of my private matters anymore, I must say. Everything has some sort of energy. You're absolutely right. So then, what is our energy? Study us for 5 seconds. Okay, time's up. What does our energy give off, boys and ladies? What does their energy give off? They would like to know. No silly mice. Protection. Ooh, we like that. Protection energy. Ah. Could be. Protection energy. I like it. I like it. Okay. So, why don't we kind of get to... What did I want to do here? Okay. Thought what we would do... Normally what we do here, as we get to the hour mark, we check out some games now. And normally... We've done like kind of like the same games like the past like month when I've been doing this. Like we've done, you have to guess the price of a house, guess what the game is, this other like food game, all this other sort of games. Well, I showed like on YouTube. I don't know if anyone has heard of them. On YouTube, there are these games on there, and I was looking at them right before the stream. That is my impression. Like this, like these are like horrible. I want to look through these here and show these to you because oh my gosh, these look like absolute garbage. These look like absolute garbage. Okay. All right. So it's called YouTube Playables. Let me bring it up here. I was just laughing at him because it's funny. Okay, hold on. I have to uncrop this. There it is. Okay. And I just want to show you these garbage games. There may be some good ones that we can give a try, but I'll just kind of have it cover my face for right now. But let's take a look at what sort of garbage games YouTube has here. Look at this. I'll move them over this way, right there. So look at this here now. These look like has anyone seen any like mobile game ads? This looks like what that is. YouTube having all of these horrible mobile game ads on their game section. This is a mobile game. This is like a mobile game. This is a mobile game. Look at this. What is this thick booty man here? You know, what is this? 71 million people have played this crap. Who plays this? Who plays this? Who plays this? I don't know about this. I don't know about this. This definitely looks like a mobile game crap here. This definitely is. I mean, most of this stuff, this just looks like absolute garbage. And I think we need to try some of this garbage. Okay, Backrooms Maze. I mean, look, this actually looks very interesting, but I bet you it's not all that good. I bet you it's actually not. Bet you it's actually not. Brain Rot Royale. It's like, what the heck is this crap? You know, this is like, maybe this is actually a good game here. This sheep game. This actually looks like maybe something that would be okay. Something that would actually be alright. Thief Puzzle. So I don't know what a lot of these games are. But they don't look good. They don't look good. Okay, what is this? Croquet Crush. Is this like a Candy Crush clone? Could be. What's this? Highway Patrol Judgment Shift. Oh, and there's Japanese back here. What's that? Jugumento? Ah, Jogu. Okay, Shifto. Okay, so it says Judgment Shift in Japanese there. Okay. So look, I can read it now. Okay, I can read it now. Amazing. Now this one looks interesting too. Look at this. Carrot Guard. Carrot Guard. Okay, lovely. I mean, look at this crap. First of all, who's making these games and who's playing them? That is a good question. Prison Life. Idle Game. We could just sit here and just kind of laugh at the titles of some of this. Look at this. Lunchbox Ready. What do you mean Lunchbox Ready? What do you mean Lunchbox? What is this? Ice Cream Inc. ASMR. DYI. What do you mean ASMR? You know, I think I'm getting Brain Rot City from this. Just seeing this is giving me Brain Rot City here. Let me move myself over a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I should probably have myself. Let's move the game over here. There we go. Which sort of hot garbage should we actually play now, you know? I actually want to try a better game, a good game, rather than a bad game. What is happening here? Ill, great to have you here. How are you doing? We're just looking at the horrible games on YouTube's website here. This is, look at all this. These are the games on YouTube. It's called YouTube Playables. And we're looking at them and how horrible that they are. Ooh, Love Archer. It's almost Valentine's Day, guys. Oh, speaking of that, there's not gonna be a stream next week. Okay, there's not gonna be a stream next week, but there will be the week after for Valentine's Day. Possibly. We will see. Shooter Scooter. Did you see Shooter Scooter? I don't know where that is. Scooter Extreme. I see Scooter Extreme. We may need to play this for a Valentine's Day stream. We will see. Valentine's Day stream. Okay, it's still like bad. Like, this is like, I am like going brain dead. Oh, so now this is a good game. Cut the Rope is actually a good game here. So you have this game, okay, 19 million plays, and then I scroll up and Big Booty Man has 71 million plays here. What is this, you know? What is Big Booty Man with 71 million plays? Okay, anyway, that's to click on latest games. This one looks pretty good. This one looks horrible. Save the Pets. Now that seems pretty cool. Backrooms Maze. I'm very curious about this. We definitely have to give some of these a try. We definitely do. Okay, so what game do I want to play? I want to actually play maybe a good game. This is what it says for me. This is what YouTube thinks it wants me to play. Bus jam, car parking. I don't want to play any of this crap. I want to play... Let me refresh this here. I don't want to play big booty man here. I want to give... I saw one that looked interesting. Okay, right here. This is like a word game, okay? This is like a word game. This one may actually be okay. Okay? So, let me get my headphones on so I can actually listen. If there's audio, I don't know how loud or how quiet it is going to be. But, oh, look. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. So, someone actually created it here. We can see the channel name. I didn't realize that people can actually create this here. Can you create a YouTube game? Can I create my own YouTube game? This person created it. This is a YouTube channel. And then there's like a description and everything. Are there comments? Okay, so how do you create a YouTube game? And how can I create my own YouTube game, you know? Anyway, so this is a word game. This should be relatively okay. Okay, so I don't know if there's going to be any sound at all, but if there is, let me know if it's too loud, I guess, or too quiet. Okay, so this is like Wordle, where you have to guess what the word is. This is going to be something that's not going to rot our brain. Okay, this is going to be something that may actually be okay. So let's go ahead and give it a play now. You're not going to give me any sort of hints at all? No hints? Okay. So we're looking for a 5-letter word. Okay. Can I, no, let's see. You know, this is interesting because on my gaming channel, I'm actually playing a word game. So this is actually perfect, okay? This is actually perfect here. Okay? Let me just crop a little bit more off this top part here. Make this a little bit bigger for everyone here. Hopefully you can see it here. So we have to find a word for 5. All right, you know what? We're gonna go nasty here, okay? We're gonna go really nasty. Really nasty. Enter. Okay, and the I is correct. The I is correct. The I is correct. Okay, let's see. Pizza. It can't be pizza because I is in the correct spot. So it has to be something, I, something. And it won't be any of these letters. So we know there's no E. Maybe it's something with an A as well. Let's see. See, I'm just going to think of all the nasty words here, okay? I really am. So we can do vagin. No, not a valid word. Okay. It's not. Okay, let's see. Island. No, that's not too many letters. Too many letters. Okay, let's see. I wish we knew what it started with. That would make it easier. But there is no sound. I can take off my headphones here. Okay. I am horrible with words. I really am. There'll be no S. There's definitely an I in this location here. Radio. But you know, that just may be good enough, let's say. Watch you get it. If you get it. Ooh, we got some more hints now. So A and D are in the word, but they're not in these locations. That was a good one. Radio, I was thinking maybe it's radio. Yes, okay. You did good, Shadow. So there's definitely an A and D, but they're not in these locations. Maybe it starts with A and D. D. It would not be A next. D. No. Maybe it starts with A. It may start with an A. A something acid. No, that's not long enough. It's not long enough. It has to be 5 letters. 5 letters. A. I am just so bad at these word games. I'm so bad at them. Drain. Oh my gosh. Member of the chat, you may have this. You may have this. Well, no, it won't be. There would be no R in it. R would be wrong, but this could help us determine some things here. Let's see. There would be no R and no N, but that's C. Okay. So we know now that the D is not in the first and A is not here. So that means A has to go here. No, A has to go either at the very beginning or the very end. So my guess is that it's going to start with an A and end with a D. Same information as before. It is the same information as before, but now we know that D is not first and it's not third. It could be last, it could be second. And A could be first or last. My guess is that it starts with an A. A. Let's see. Let's just say we do AD. Okay, so that would satisfy that. But ID. If it ends with ID, what word ends with ID? Add. I am so bad. Okay, so it can't start with a D. It may start with an A. There's no R's. Z. No R's. W. It has to start with an A. It has to start with an A. We only have 3 more attempts. 3 more attempts for this. It will not be frail because A would be in this location. And there's no R's. And I don't think I want to waste trying just an F. Because yeah, F would be the only new letter. F and L, I guess. F and L would be the new letters here. Let's just try like a different word here without focusing on this I. I want to try some other letters here. Light. This will help us figure out if G, H, and T and L are in this word. That may be a good. Audio. Hold on, audio. It would not be audio, and we already have an O. Okay, I think light would be good to try to see if any of these letters are in it. Okay, so now we have a T. We know that there's a T, an A, and a D, and an I in this. T, A, D, wait a minute, backspace. T, A, D, and an I. We don't have any sort of other letters. It has to start with, okay, so a T. A T's not here. Why am I not seeing this? I should be able to see this now because now we have enough letters. We have enough letters here. Okay, A, I, D. That means it has to end with a D then. Man, this is challenging. This is really challenging, actually. Oh, hold on. I think it's audit. Oh, someone else said that too. Yes. Yeah, no. No, it's not audit. We have one more attempt. So we know the A is correct. That's right. It couldn't have been audit because T's at the end. So that means A, D, T, I, right? No, it has to end with A, D. It's A something. I thought about audit as well. Yeah, I know. It's A something. I'm just going to put an O there for the time being. A something. No. It could be a T. It doesn't make sense to have a T next, right? T cannot be last. D cannot be here. And A is correct here. AI. Okay, let's say A. D has to go either second place or last place. Actually, T can go. Gosh dang. Why is this hard? Why is this so hard? Why is this hard? Okay. There is no U. We know I goes there. A, okay, T. A. Let's just put in a random letter. A, Y, T, I, D. T and D, wrong place. Yeah, I think D, I would say maybe like timid, but that can't be it because A is in the right place. This is a really tough word. What is this word? Is this even a word? Watch this be like a foreign language. You know? I like the first word that I did. T has to go either here or here, and then D has to go either here or here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is my last chance. What is this word? What the heck is this word? I don't know what this word is. This is... Do I get a hint? I mean, audit made the most sense. And it looks like it would be good, but that's not it. It just... Okay, why don't we put a D here then? A, D, T, I, something. A-C-T-I-D. A-C-T-I-D. That would work. Let's just check here. That would work, but what is that word? I don't know what this word is. That's not a word. It's not a word. But that works with the layout here, but that's not a word. What is this word? What is this? This is insane. A-D-T. I don't know. This is like the fact that no one else can get it either. A-T something. A-T, maybe it's A-T something ID. Well, I think I'm just going to have to throw this because I don't know. Let's try this. What? How did I... What? How did I get it? What is that word? What's that word? How did I get it? What the heck? I got it on the last... What? What is that word? What? How did I get it? ATMID. I'm looking this up. I cannot believe that. Okay, let's define this word here. What is this? Okay, it's in the dictionary. It means steam or vapor. At mid. What is that word, please? That should not be a word. I don't know how I got it. I just like threw stuff together and I'm like, there it is. Oh my gosh. I am like surprised. I am surprised that I actually got that. Maybe, I don't know. At mid. I would have never guessed. I mean, look, I started with penis. Come on now. You thought I was going to get this? I mean, these all made sense. Penis, radio, drain, light, audit, at mid. What the heck? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but that was a stumper. That really was a stumper. Oh my gosh. Huh. Wow. Huh. Well, we're gonna have to try that again maybe next week as well, because that is something else. I want to see if the other words are just as crazy. Because there's no way. It's like, who would get that? Unless it's supposed to be like super hard. It's got to be like super hard or something. I don't think it's going to be a rational word. It's going to be like something that's like really, really crazy. And that's exactly what that was. I was stumped. Everyone else was stumped. No one knew what it was. And then I got it at the very end. They should have made it feet. Yeah, it should have been feet, boy. It should have been feet. Nice reductionist logic like mathematics. Yeah, that's what you had to do. What you had to do. So you get rat feet points, and 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 you get yes, everyone gets rat feet points. That's right. Wow. I am just in a state of shock, for sure. Was not expecting that. My gosh. Anyway, well, we got that. We got that. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and wrap this up now? So normally, I think I'm going to try something different with the Japanese, because we've been learning from the dictionary, and now we have a decent amount of words learned. We want to see maybe if we can start making some sentences from these words. So let me show you the words that we have learned in the dictionary on the computer. So we have here, okay, yes, here it is. Here it is. Here's our list of words that we have learned. You know, return, station, lively, ao, hotaru, tomodachi, ginko, nana, shichi, shigoto, ocha, yasumi. All these words here, okay? We learned a lot of different words. And now we want to try to make something from it. We want to try to make sentences, because what good is just learning a bunch of words if you can't actually make sentences and actually speak, right? So I'll be looking at these words here and seeing what sort of sentences we can come up with now that we have some of the, I wouldn't necessarily call all these basic words here, but at least some words that we can form some sentences, you know? Okay. So with that, I think we can pull up our Google Translate and we can start speaking some words and maybe make something here. Okay. Here's our good old friend Google Translate to help us out. To help us actually say some sentences and some words here. So I should be able to just speak this. I should be able to actually, I can do the voiceover on my computer. There we go. There you go. We switch it to Japanese, so I can just speak. So if I'm looking at my words here, some words that we learned. Like we learned like station, genki. So let's just do like a very simple word, like what you would say if you're asking if someone's good. Genki desu ka? There we go. How are you? How are you? No. Don't keep talking. There we go. Hello, how are you? Yes. Okay. I do not know how to say your name. My apologies, but some strong cheekbones. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so yes, you would say genki desu ka if you want to ask how someone is, okay? Or, you know, you can also ask, this is not a word that we've learned yet, but daijoubu desu ka? There you go. Daijoubu desu ka? Okay? Are you okay? You can ask that, you know? Okay, so let me look at some of the words that we've learned. Let's come up with some sentences here. So I see one for like work, friend. Okay, so if you want to ask what someone's job is. Shigoto wa nani desu ka? Okay, what is your job? What is your job? Usernames, great to have you here. How are you doing as well? We are making some Japanese sentences from the Japanese words that we have learned over the past few weeks here. So if we look at this here, we're saying work here. This is work. Let me make this even larger. Can I make this even larger? There it is. We want to make it nice and big and easy to read. So shigoto, These are a little bit harder to explain. These are particles, and these are just absolute nightmare when it comes to Japanese language, I must say. So, yes, please probably don't, we're not going to have a crash course on those. This one, nani, or nan, this is what you would say what, and then this is basically the polite question that you would ask. This is actually the question marker right here, because look, if you don't have this, well, it still says, what is your job? Because it says what here. But that ka at the end, that is the question. So for the most part, you don't use question marks in Japanese for the most part. You use this, ka. And usually it would just be a period, like so. So let's ask, instead of asking, what is your work? Let's just say ask how someone's work is. Shigoto wa dou desu ka? How is work going? No, hang on. Turn off. There you go. How is work going? Shigoto wa dou desu ka? Okay. How is work going? Good. I say, you are so nice to help teach people language for free. Well, it's not just about me teaching it. I'm learning too. You know? So look, I can say, 16ヶ月間日本語を勉強しています. There we go. There it is. Technically, it should be like that. There we go. You want this. 16ヶ月間日本語を勉強しています. Now, here's the thing. Below here, if you notice, it says it shows it as how you would speak it if like you're an English speaker and you're reading this. I wouldn't recommend relying on this because this is not always accurate, okay? This is not always accurate with how you actually say it. And the reason that I know this is there's been various times that I've translated something and it says something wrong. And it's like, why does it say that? And I really got suspicious when I was talking with a friend. I didn't know how to say something, so I put it into the translate, and I could not read the kanji, so I read this, and they did not understand because this was incorrect with what I was. So I was saying what it said here because I could not read the kanji, and they did not understand. So don't rely on this. You can use other sites, but this is not accurate. I really wish Google would have, like, if you know how to read Japanese, like the standard characters, like these are the standard Japanese characters. Most everything else here besides this one over here is kanji, which is Chinese characters. I wish there was a way you could actually view how to say these in the Japanese alphabet and not this. Because this is not good. I don't like this. This is not good. Okay? We can also say, もうすぐ日本語の天才です. See, look, we can say that as well. 今、日本語の天才じゃない. See? 今, this is a word that we recently learned. Yes, 今、日本語の天才じゃない. Okay. So, see, look, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. It really is. Okay, what else can we say? So let's just say, how is your friend? Are you wanting to move to Japan one day? Who knows? Possibly, maybe. Don't know. Don't know. Certainly would be interesting, but... Okay. So... yeah, that's the stick on friend. What was I doing? I was doing friend. Friend and... okay, so if I want to ask how your friend's work is. Tomodachi no shigoto wa nani desu ka? What is your friend's job? Or you could say here, どうですか? How is your friend's job going? Now, this right here, so this is tomodachi. This is friend. This is work. This one, it can be easily explained. This is basically like a apostrophe S in English. So this is friends. Okay, so this is the possession. Friend, work. This is the possession of it. So friends, work. Okay? Or Nezumi. How is your mouse friend? Mouse friend, or friend's mouse, I guess we could say. How is your mouse friend doing? Okay. All right, so when I want to say, let's say, what do I want to say? I'm thinking of some interesting things that I can say here with this. Let's see, Japanese is so complex. Good for you for teaching yourself. I used a Duo to attempt Italian, but the Romance language doesn't seem nearly as complex as Japanese and other Asian languages. Yeah, the thing is, if you're an English speaker, the hardest languages to learn, Chinese, number 1, primarily because of the tones. So, if you don't know how Chinese is, I can say a word in Chinese, and depending on how I say it, the type of tone that I have, it can be a completely different word. I think there's like 4 tones. So I could say this, this, this. You know, just depending on how I say it, completely changes the meaning. That is extremely challenging. So you have to be very careful of how you say it and listen very carefully. The grammar of Chinese, I think, is similar to English. So, for example, in Chinese, I guess if you said, I'm going to the park, you would say it very similarly in Chinese. I don't know really Chinese, so I don't know. The second hardest language would be Arabic. Oh, thank you. Bubbles. I mean, balloons. Second hardest language would be Arabic, I believe, for English speakers. And I believe it's because of the... I don't remember exactly. I really don't. I don't remember why that's the second hardest. But third hardest is Japanese. Third hardest is Japanese. And it's mostly because of the grammar. Because the thing is, the pronunciation of Japanese, if you're an English speaker, you can speak Japanese, okay? You can speak all of the words in Japanese. That's not going to be a problem for you, okay? Tomodachi, ryoko, ima, mise. You know, you can say these things very easily. The problem is the grammar. Let me show you why. Okay, so I said, I'm going to the park. Let's say that in Japanese. Koen ni ikimasu. So, let me break this down. So, koen is park. Okay? This particle here indicates a movement, and this is the action. This is to go. Okay? So, if you notice, I'm going to the park, going is first, and then park is last. In Japanese, it's the opposite. Park is first, and then going is last. So, you basically, if you want to say the full sentence in Japanese, because that is an abbreviated one, you would say, Watashi wa koen ni ikimasu. You wouldn't really begin this sentence with watashi wa, because that is you, that is me. That's saying me. You don't need to say that unless you're changing the topic from, if it's on someone else, you change it to you. Okay. Nataz, great to have you here. That's so cool. I didn't know Chinese sentence structure was similar to English. Yes, I believe it is. I believe it is. Don't quote me because I don't really know Chinese. Sorry to say. Sorry to say. So, yes. So, as you can see with the Japanese here, it does begin with I, just as English, but you don't say going next, you say park next. So you begin, the way that I have heard it is that you begin with the largest thing first. So, park is like the largest thing. That's the thing that's furthest away, it's the largest thing. And then you get closer to you and then you do the action. The action at the park. And the action that you're taking is that you're going. So, yes, it becomes complex. It becomes hard. That makes things very, very difficult to say. Or if we want to use a word that we already did here. Ryoko ni ikimashita. I went on a trip. Notice how I have made it now in the past tense. And it's because of this. If I put that here, I'm going on a trip. But if you change it to this, I went on a trip. So this is the past tense. Shita or su, mas, rather mas. Okay? Interesting, right? Interesting. Okay. So there's many different ways you can say these sort of things. Okay, so now how would I say I am meeting my friend? I think I would say, this is where it's going to get a little bit hard for me because I really haven't used these much in tried this here, but Tomodachi o aimasu. I will meet my friend. Okay, there we go. I got it. Okay. Or if you say I mashita, I met my friend. Okay, and sometimes what you need to do, if you need to flip it, okay, so Tomodachi ni aimashita. Okay, so in this particular case, it's using ni, because that's the particle for like movement. And it puts watashi wa, which you really don't need. Unless you're gonna say, oops. It's just easier to speak it. Anata no. I met your friend. Anata no tomodachi ni aimashita. Okay. Let's see. Is Japanese first foreign language you are learning besides whatever you had to learn at school? So, I learned a little bit of Spanish in school, but it was, I was kind of like this the entire time. And this was when I was like 11 or 12 or something. And I was like, I don't want to learn this. I want to learn Japanese even then. So, yes. Now, how would I say this? Okay, I'm thinking of something funny to say. How would I say this? Sometimes it's better if I start typing it as opposed to just speaking it. But if I want to say Tomodachi wa shigoto. Nope, hang on a minute. It misheard. Okay. Nana shigoto. I want nana. Shichi. Ga arimasu. There it is. Okay. So, tomodachi wa shichi shigoto ga arimasu. My friend has 7 jobs. And then maybe a response would be, Hontoni? Really? Yeah. And then maybe you would say, hmm. uh, I'm just thinking of like a funny comeback. What you could say. Yeah. Yeah, what language is that? Let's pop it in and translate now, shall we? Let's see what language. All right, so let's put this language in. Detect language. Hello, sister. I subscribe to your from Turkey. Okay, good luck with your broadcast. I like the video. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. So this is Turkish. Okay. Okay. There we go. We translated. Anyway, heading back to Japanese. Okay, so what were we saying? We were saying. Okay, hold on. Let me refresh. There we go. Oh, good. Muhammad. Oh! You put it there too. Okay. Anything else that I really want to say? Okay. Ocha wa daisuki desu. Anata wa? I love tea. How about you? And then, you know, if I'm responding, I could say, yeah. Just say no. You don't need to say anything else. You could also say, yeah. No, a little bit more drawn out there, but yeah is good enough. Now, here's the other interesting thing about Japanese. So Japanese doesn't have tones, you know, like Chinese does, but it does have certain words that can sound similar. And here's an example. Yeah. That means no. Yeah. Nope, it didn't catch that one. Yeah. There it is. All right. Yeah. As you can see. So this second one here, it's house, it would be spelled like this. So as you can see, it's just, this is E, so it's just missing that additional E at the beginning. So that can make it a little bit challenging. It really can, because depending on how long that you're saying it, let's just give it a try again. Yeah. There it is. Finally at the end, you started to get it. No, house. So. Ie ga arimasen. I don't have a house. We haven't learned ie. Okay, let's just do like maybe one more sentence. Nani o mimasu ka? What do you want to watch? Okay, that's actually, I mean, let me actually back out of that. Nani o mimasu ka? Okay. How could we respond? Hora eigo. Horror movies. You could say that. Totemo kawaii. Not, yeah. Okay. It's very scary. It's a little bit hard to try to come up with some of these sentences because it's like having like a fluid conversation where it's like obviously it wouldn't really sound like this. What are you going to watch? A horror movie. It's very scary. Maybe you would have a bit more conversation there, but at least it's a little something. So all right. Any other words we can do here? I think that's pretty much it. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for right now, I suppose. We were pretty good, I must say. Okay, let's see here. I was very happy to meet you, sister. I wish you knew Turkish because I don't know English. I like you very much, but unfortunately I can't understand you. Oh. Let's hang on a minute. Thanks for stopping by. Nope, hang on a minute. Thanks for stopping by. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So, yes, I think that is going to do it with our Japanese. This was a lot of fun to create our words. It really was. It was very, very interesting. So if I want to say goodbye, how do we say goodbye in Japanese? There's many, many ways. Sayonara. We don't want to say it that way. No. Matane. That's a more better way of saying it. Matane. Core. Ja mata. See you then. Ja mata. And say. I guess the last thing, what about greetings? How do we say various greetings? So, there's different greetings you can do. Ohayo gozaimasu. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. Come on. Konbanwa. Oyasumi nasai. There we go. The last one's not really a greeting, but there we go. Ohayo gozaimasu. Or, if you want to make it more casual. Ohayo. Konnichiwa, which would you say usually in the afternoon time. Konbanwa, that's evening time. And then oyasumi nasai. Or oyasumi, a little bit more casual. Least formal way. I would probably just say matane, but I don't know. There's like so many different things, Same with like apologizing. Such as, Moshiwake gozaimasen deshita. I am very sorry. Or, gomen. Sorry. So look, you have, just sorry. And then you have, Moshiwake gozaimasen deshita. Really, really long way. Like, I'm like terribly sorry. And you would probably say this as you're kneeling on the floor. Like, please forgive me. Please forgive me for what I've done. I've done something so bad. So. Anyway, folks, I think that is going to do it. There we go. We made some sentences with some of the words that we learned. We can learn more words. next time. But yeah, that was very fun and interesting, wasn't it? It really was. I enjoyed that. It was fun and entertaining, I must say. Okay, one more comment here. Let's see. I'll come here from now on and watch you, sister. Are you playing a game? What are you doing on your channel? Please do not misunderstand me. My intentions are not bad. Okay, well, thank you so very much. I appreciate, yeah. We play some games sometimes. A little bit this before the Japanese, but yeah. Thank you so very much for joining in. Now, how do I say your name here? Is this Korean? Is this written in Korean? Your name? Because, yeah, I do not know. Let's see. It looks kind of like it's Korean. Yeah, it is Korean. Okay. I recognized it, but yeah, I don't know any Korean, I must say. I really do not. So I don't know. Can't say I've really heard much Korean, to be completely honest with you. I've heard plenty of Chinese and Japanese, but Korean, not that much, actually. Not that much. So I don't know how hard that would be to actually learn. It's definitely not in the top 3 hardest languages. Maybe it's number 4. But I think my listening of it that I've heard, at least, like whether it be like song, like I've heard plenty of Japanese songs. I've heard plenty of not really plenty of, but some Chinese songs. Korean songs, very few. I don't think I've really seen any like Korean. No, maybe I've seen like a few Korean movies. So possibly then. But I don't know. Well, I think it's a lot easier than Japanese. Really? Okay. I guess that is your first language, Korean, and then you learned English. Because your English is fine. Say, I am surprised. I thought Korean media was becoming popular in the West. Ah, okay. I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to like media and that sort of stuff. English and Korean. Okay. Now, do they teach both English and Korean in school in Korea? So I don't know. Because what I do know, like from the Japanese people that I speak with, they say that they learn English, but they don't really speak it. It's more like textbook stuff, and they really don't know how to speak it, and that's a problem. Because if you can't speak the language, you're going to be mispronouncing it, or you're too scared to actually speak it, and it causes problems. So, yeah. But yeah, that's very interesting. You see, most younger people here speak it now. Oh, okay. That's good, because I mean, English is the most spoken language in the entire world. And it is like the universal language, basically. But it's interesting, because when I looked into this, English is the most spoken language in the world, yes, but it's mostly from people whose English is their secondary language, which is what's so fascinating. So native English speakers, I think it's like 3rd or 4th on the list. First is Chinese, native Chinese speakers, number 1. That is the most spoken native language. Then it's Spanish, and then I think it's English for native speakers. But for a second language, English is number 1, and it's like it pales in comparison. It's like English this much for native speakers, and then secondary language, it's like triple or quadruple or something. It's like, wow. I say Japanese is our language we learn in school. Oh, really? Ah, okay. So maybe you know a little bit of Japanese. Maybe it was kind of familiar a little bit to you, or maybe like refresh something. I don't know. Okay, you're not that good at it though. Okay, okay. Ah, very interesting. Huh, interesting. I never knew that. That's interesting information to actually have. I say it's really fascinating. That's why I don't understand people who make fun of grammar mistakes online because most likely English is not their first language. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you really can't. You really, like, I've spoken with so many people whose English is not their first language that it's like, yeah, I completely understand it. It's like, I don't make fun of people's grammar. You know, that's just how it is. You know, some people are really, really, they just don't, they don't have enough practice yet to really understand. And it's like, English has those little particles as well that makes it challenging. Let's say my country is very beautiful. If you know Bodrum in Turkey, you can have a holiday there. I'll be waiting for you. Please come. I've never been to Turkey. Cappadocia. It would be a wonderful memory. Oh, interesting. I don't know. Let's say Mind Freak. Great to have you here. I'm trying to learn Japanese now. English is my second language. Oh, okay. What is your first language? What's your first language? It's interesting, people who know like so many languages, It's like, I know one and I'm learning another one and I can have very basic conversation. I can say some things, but, I don't know too much yet, But, yeah. I had to learn because I grew up in the US for 6 years of my life. Ah, there you go. English pronunciation is hard. Okay. 12 vowels. Ah, and then Spanish is your first language. Okay. Okay. It's so interesting because a lot of the times, like with some of the people that I talk with, it's like they say why learning English is challenging. And then I say, well, I have the same reason why learning Japanese is also hard. It's like, it's hard because of these reasons. Oh, it's the same reasons. It's the same reasons. Learning a foreign language as an adult is so healthy for the brain. It is. I'm proud of you. Oh, well, thank you so very much. Yeah. I've always wanted to learn it. I've wanted to learn it since I was like 12. So anyone who's learning a second language, third language, fourth language, whatever it is, it really does. I don't know. I feel so accomplished and amazed when I can say something and read something and just understand something. Finally, it's like, oh, wow. I can finally read the title of this song. I can understand some of the lyrics. I can read a message and I can actually understand it. It's like listening, reading, whatever. It's like, wow. So, it's amazing. It really is. So, yes, congratulations. And especially when you get to the point where things start becoming a little bit more clear, you feel like, wow, I feel accomplished. I can understand it now. Get the feeling it's so exciting? Yes, you join a secret club. Yes. Spanish and Japanese pronunciation are very similar. Ah, really? Okay. Ah, so I guess it's not all that bad for you. Nataz, how are you doing? Let's see, what games did you play? Saw gaming in the title. We only played one today. It was before the about an hour ago. I guess we played a little bit. We just played one. Just found a random game where it's like a Wordle game where you have to guess a word and you have like 5 or 6 attempts, and you get six letters. And I think that the word that it gave me was like fake, but I ended up getting it right. So. Yeah, the pronunciation. Yeah, sometimes I kind of wonder about like the pronunciation because I've heard like, some speakers, Japanese speakers, and some ways of pronouncing certain words. It does almost sound a little Spanish at times. Some of it. Tagalog. Okay. That's Tagalog, that is in uh, what what country is that? I forget what country that is. Let's see. That is Filipinos. Filipino, yes. Okay. Like to see me react to Korean sometime. Or attempt to speak it. Who knows? Who knows? That would probably not, like, if I had to learn another language after Japanese, it would probably be Chinese. I wouldn't probably choose Korean next. But, yeah, I don't know. And also, because if I'm learning Japanese, I'll be able to read some of Chinese, you know? But learning one language right now is hard enough as it is, so. Let's see. I speak Spanish, Franco, and Argentinian. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, you speak multiple languages. That is amazing. That's amazing. Let's see. Get it? Chinese spoken by so many people. Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, and it's mostly because I guess like I get, at least where I live, I hear more Chinese than I do Spanish. I don't really hear Spanish. I hear more Chinese. So I would love to eavesdrop, you know? Because that's the thing. If I'm at a store, no one's going to expect me of knowing Chinese. You know what I mean? Is like, oh, you can understand us, you know? No one would suspect it. It would be a shocker. Like, what's this girl is knowing Chinese for? Speak Turkish? Turkish, there you go. You know, so it would be such a shock. It would be such a shock to people. Especially shock in the United States. Like it would be less shocking if I was like in China, obviously, because it's like, you know, that's like the main language, all speaking Chinese and everything. Or if I'm in Japan and I'm speaking Japanese, it's like, yeah, it's kind of a given. If you're in the country, you're probably going to maybe know a little bit and speak some of it. But if you're not in the country and you're speaking someone else's language, who's in an English-speaking country in the United States, it's like, how? So yeah, it'd be very interesting. But here's the thing, you know, I'm learning Japanese. There's no Japanese people here. I've never heard Japanese spoken at all. It would be like, whoa, if I did, you know. It's always Chinese. So oh yeah, I just answered your question there. Yeah, a lot of Japanese people where I live. No, there's zero. Zero that I'm aware of, at least. I mean, it's like, obviously, I'm not going to just go up to someone, "Are you Japanese? Are you Japanese?" No. You know, I'm not saying that. I mean, I could say it in Japanese, but yeah, I think it's mostly Chinese people. So, at least from what I've heard and everything, you know. I hear Chinese, so yeah. I don't know any Japanese people who live where I live, at least. Let's see, Japan population's a lot more than Korea. Really? Really? Let's see. Let's see what the Japan population is. That is, okay. Oh yeah, it's like almost it's like 2.5 times more. South Korea is 51 million, and Japan is 122 million. And then let's see China. China, 1.4 billion. India, 1.47 billion. They reproducing like mad over there. Let's check Turkey. 88 million. Okay. You can learn Turkish for me. Turkish is not a difficult language, really. Ah. Well, it's not on my list of the top languages I would want to learn, but hey, you know? Yeah, if you combine the different Koreas, it would just giving me one Korea, but yeah. Well, I am about to head off here now. I'm going to read this final comment. It is getting late. This is longer than I was going to be on here for, but all groups have more differences inside than compared. Meaning Chinese people are more different among themselves than compared to a group of, let's say, Japanese. Okay. So there's more, I guess you're saying that there's more differences among the people. Like there's more individuality, I guess is what you're saying. They're very different. Huh. I always like to view it as we are all unique. We're all different. So hope to see you live again soon. Well, thank you so very much. Yes, I usually do this every, I don't know what time it is for you, but for me, it is Saturday evening, Eastern time. Right now, it's 11 p.m. on January 31st. I usually do it every Saturday evening. I won't be live next Saturday, okay? I won't be live next Saturday. So 2 weeks from now, Valentine's Day, I will be live starting at 9 p.m. Valentine's Day, January 14th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay? That is where I will be live next. Alright? For me, 1 p.m. Okay. So, for you, it would be 11 p.m. No, 11 a.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. for you. I guess on Sunday. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all so very much for tuning in. I will catch you all later. Take care now and have a great rest of your weekend and week ahead. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. Bye guys. Bye. Bye.